my faith will stand. And I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace. For I am yours, you are mine. Your grace abounds in deepest waters. Your sovereign hand will be my guide. Where feet may fail and fear surrounds me, you've never failed, and you won't start now. So I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace. For I am yours, you are mine. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. And take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior.
Why bring short-term missionaries to the Jump Out Center for the new evangelization, which is also the Life Team base, the Life Team missions base in Haiti, the only Life Team missions base in Haiti actually, and the first. And the reason, there are several reasons. The couple that I can articulate as director of the center is it's actually a time of conversion. We bring people to help others so that they can be helped. And they come to encounter Christ in the Haitian people. They come to encounter Christ in the youth, and they come to encounter Christ in their work projects. They come to encounter Christ on the beach. They come to encounter Christ as we visit the homes of the sick, as we visit the elderly, as we have home missions, neighborhood missions, as we go to the prison and see Christ in the eyes of those prisoners, where you have 30 men, racked up in one room, one cell, and one above the other. To encounter by going to the monastery, seeing how the first Haitian contemplative community, it's a wonderful thing.
The way I encountered Christ this week is when we took the trip down to the prison, just going inside, seeing all these cells filled with 20 to 30 men with really not the greatest conditions, but just having us walk up to them and they just all have smiles on their face. And one particular one I remember, one of the gentlemen could only speak Spanish, so it was kind of my opportunity to kind of stretch out and talk one-on-one with this man, and really truly encounter Christ in him with our conversation, what he asked me and what he wanted me to pray for him about and things like that. So I just feel so blessed to have encountered Christ through those prisoners.
So it was really easy to encounter Christ this week. There were a lot of different ways that I was able to meet with Christ, especially in the people of Haiti. But the one that really sticks out to me the most, I think, was when we visited the orphanage one afternoon, and I met this little girl. Her name was Michele. And when I met her, she was just so shy at first. She was very timid and kind of didn't know what to do when I approached her. And then I just kind of looked at her, and then she put her hands up towards me and just wanted me to pick her up. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I'd never met this little girl before, and here she was wanting me to pick her up. And it was a great way to realize how we are with our Lord. We often don't know what we're doing, we don't know where we're going, but we just look to Him and we put our hands up like little kids. And so it was a great reminder just how much our Lord is there for us, and a great encounter with Christ that I had this week.
I think Christ was, I came here to be uncomfortable because I was too comfortable back home, with my relationship with Christ. And I think this kind of just made me definitely step out of my comfort zone, especially at the prison, talking to the prisoners kind of through a translator, and just, the guy I talked to I pulled him from the back and just, I don't know, talking to him and getting to know him and just seeing Christ in him and loving him. It just, made me feel uncomfortable, but in the same way, it just go me so much joy. And I think that's definitely what I needed, just to be uncomfortable with, everything. And it definitely, helped me go to the next level.
One of the things I'll never forget was going on a home visit, and basically we go out and we into the town and the surrounding area, and we read the gospel with the people, and we made a stop on the way home that wasn't even where we were supposed to be going, and they were like, oh, there's this cute little old lady, and we go in and there's this woman 90 years old, her name's Inez, and she's bedridden. She had a stroke recently and can't move half her body. And they go in and they ask, ¿Cómo oye, Inez? And how are you? And she says, not too bad, which is that she could barely get the words out, but it was really cool. And she, and then her daughter comes in and, shows us her bed sores and how thin this woman is, and how much she's suffering. And it broke my heart. It made me so sad. But then, so her daughter comes in, and then her daughter comes in, and then this cute little tiny girl comes in, wearing nothing but Dora the Explorer underwear, and her name is Beyonce, and she was just so crazy, just running around, and then she ends up running and cuddles on the little mattress on the floor where Inez was sleeping, and it was just such a rush of emotions, because I went from just having my heart so broken to my heart being just so full, getting to see 4 generations of amazing women who were just so joyful in such a hard situation. It just really reminded me the respect for life and dignity and love that God granted us as human beings on this earth, and it's something that I don't think I'll ever forget.
This week on our mission here in Haiti, I encountered Christ so authentically at one of the prisons that we went to. I was talking to one of the men in the cell. His name was Pierre, and he was crammed in the cell with tons of people, barely being able to move. And what struck me the most was there was a man hidden under the bed, there for a punishment that day. And although he was cramped and smelly and imprisoned and in complete poverty, the radiant joy on his face and his smile of just having somebody there, having Christ in us, encounter Christ in him, was one of those incredible things that I've ever seen, because he was stripped of everything else and so in poverty, but he was so rich in love and so rich in joy, and it was authentically Christ's joy radiating out of him. And I think it just struck me because in America we just have so much that we think is so much, and when really we could have nothing and have everything, and that just really struck me. And Christ is so real here in Haiti.
I think the reason I came here was to be inspired by all the people here and to bring that inspiration back to everyone back in the United States. And I hope that through me I can bring that same inspiration to all of you so that you can do something similar to this. And it's for that reason that I'm praying for all of you, and that I hope God blesses each and every one of you.
Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk